Depression.
Okay, let's talk about boy. Is there anything you would like to say?
Ooh, this one's been a journey. No matter who I'm in a relationship with or who I'm dating or who I'm kissing, I'll always be queer. So people can say whatever they want to say.
Jam FM.
How have you been?
I've been on a roller coaster the last couple of months. But I feel, yeah, I felt everything. I have felt absolutely everything. But I feel really good in this moment. So it's been a journey, but yeah, I feel grounded and yeah, just grateful that my record is out in the world.
Yeah, I get that. Congratulations also. Like, it's really beautiful. We're going to talk about that, of course, but before we're going to do that, I would love to go on another date with you, meaning just like random ass questions. Pretend that this is a speed date, okay?
Okay, we're on a speed date.
Okay. What's your mood in 3 words today?
My mood in 3 words. I had some white wine last night, so I'm a little bit hungover. So I'm gonna go with the girls are getting old, and I'm kind of hungover. From a few glasses of wine. Hungover.
Same.
Yeah. Grateful. I am grateful today, and a little sleepy. I'm a little sleepy, grateful, hungover baby. That's what I'm feeling.
What's a TikTok sound you'll almost quote on the daily?
A TikTok sound? Oh, girl, I'm quite, I've had to distance myself from TikTok, so I don't really know.
Fair.
I don't know what's happening on there much these days. Um, but one of my new singles, Hi Everyone Leave Please, is a sound that's on there. So her.
Fair. If your new album had a taste, what would it taste like?
Oh my God, that's a great question. I feel like when I'm making a record, I'm kind of thinking about like all the different senses of what it like feels like. I don't know that I've thought about what it tastes like. I feel like maybe like a candle. Wait, did you say smell like, or did you say smells like?
No, taste or smell. It could be a smell also, like whatever you want to give me here.
I feel like it tastes like whiskey. Like the album like tastes like whiskey. It smells like a candle that's like a combination of like maybe cedar, like kind of this woody feeling, like a woody rich feelings, like cedar and like bergamot maybe, and like patchouli, tobacco, but then something light like maybe vanilla or yeah.
If heartbreak were an Olympic sport, would you be the coach, the gold medalist, or judge sipping wine from the sidelines?
I'm all three. I feel
all of the above.
I've competed, I've been in it. I feel like I could coach it. And also down to sort of like take a step back, be in the backseat of heartbreak for a moment. Cause I think, yeah, I've written about it. It's been my muse for a very long time. And yeah, I'm not on a heartbreak wave at the moment.
But when it comes to heartbreak, do you listen to your own advice? Because I feel like I'm good at giving advice, but I would never I don't even listen to myself. You know what I mean?
I mean, I think that's the ultimate challenge, right? Is just the like, how do you practice what you preach? And I feel like I've been in a season in my life where I've really had to put that into practice. Um, yeah, and I feel like I am in a place where I am able to I'm like walking the walk and like talking the talk that I've talked. And um I'm able to at least a little more than I've used to, able to kind of follow my own like North Star in terms of, yeah, practicing what I've preached.
What's more dangerous and chaotic? Your exes, your lyrics, or your DMs?
What's more chaotic? My exes?
Mm.
No, not my exes. I've been the chaos. My lyrics are the most chaotic thing out of anything to be chaotic in this lifetime.
If I gave you the aux card on a road trip, which song would you be playing to prove that you're cooler than me?
If you were to give me the aux chord, what song would I be playing to prove that I'm cooler than you?
Mm.
Um, my God, what am I even listening to these days? Hold on, give me a beat. Okay, I don't, this is like a really good road trip song. I've been obsessed with it
Okay.
for a while, but it's called Stockholmsby by Hans and Water Baby. Have you heard this song?
No.
I'm gonna message it to you. It's such a vibe. It's like sexy, but it's like cruisy and it's like sunshine
Hmm.
daytime. I feel like you'd be into it. I'll send it to you.
I'm here for it. I'm here. Please do. Please do. If you had to write a song about this interview, what would the chorus be? I know we've just started, so it's really unfair, but
What would the chorus be? Um,
or maybe a line. I don't know.
Hey baby, how's your baby? I don't know. I need time for me. I need time. We just started.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna circle back.
Hey baby, how's your baby? That's kind of how we started anyway. So I'm
But that's good. That's good. I'll take that. Let's talk about your music. Actually, let's talk about your album. Um, First of all, again, congratulations. Would you say it's different than your previous work?
um yeah, I would say it's different than I feel like I've always been really open and deeply vulnerable with people, but I feel like um it's a different level of that on this record. I think a lot of my albums and my music in the past has very much been about um having my heart broken or breaking hearts or like heartbreak in relation to relationship. Um or learning about myself through the lens of relationship. And this is the first album that there aren't any songs about other people, even if it sounds like there are. They're all songs in some capacity about my relationship to myself, to
Mm.
me in the ways that I've experienced myself, and is a bit of explores like heartbreak, through myself and also discovery within myself. And so I feel like it's a different album than I've anything I've put out in the past.
Mm. That actually brings me to the next question. How has your understanding of love and self acceptance evolved through like making this album?
Yeah, I mean, I think as just like being a queer person and, you know, at the beginning of my journey and when I came out when I was 20 and all of the challenge and the hardship and acceptance that comes from that self-acceptance that you develop through that time, through that journey, um, is sort of just been a tool that I've had like in my belt, through my 20s as I've navigated the music industry and I've navigated love and I've navigated relationships and I've navigated learning about myself. And I think that this album is just been, yeah, there's just been a deepening of, you know, loving on myself and accepting, where I am at this particular moment in my journey that will continue to evolve and continue to develop. Um, and I think I wrote this album for myself, and not for anybody else. And so it's for me at the end of the day. And I think it's, yeah, the longest love note I've ever written to me.
That's beautiful. That's also very cute to say. Well, I'm glad you're sharing it with everyone. But how do you want listeners to feel after like hearing the whole album from like start to finish? What's your goal, if there is one?
I just, I, my hope for this record is that it meets people where they're at in their journeys and in their lives and can just be, you know, it's ultimately a record. For me, this album is about my relationship to the music industry, to being a public person, to, you know, this like childhood dream of being a big pop star and like all these things,
Mm.
and my relationship to sort of to all of that and to exploring, discover like new discovery within my sexuality and so this album is about giving yourself permission to like continue exploring yourself and your dreams and all aspects that make up who you are. And so my hope is that this record just meets people where they're at in their journey and can be a friend. Like this album was like such a friend to me through really dark times. And it was like I like knew that I had the music. I knew that I had this. And so I hope we can be a friend to people. And if it doesn't meet them where they're at, that's also okay too, because that's the most epic part about music is that there's so much music to narrate your journey and to like meet you where you are. Um,
Mm.
and so, yeah, that's my hope is that I could just like keep somebody company, maybe the way that it kept me company.
Very cute. What's something listeners might miss like on the first listen, but like maybe will blow their mind after like the fifth? Are there like Easter eggs in there or?
Um, I think there's a lot of songs that are sort of written like in the context of like it's a love story, like between like romantic partners, but if you listen to and you can experience it, that's the also my favorite part about music is that it's gonna like people are gonna have their own experience. It's gonna mean something different to them.
Mm.
Uh, but yeah, I think just listening, lyrically through the lens of like, oh, what is this about if it's not about like another person, and then also just there's so many like crazy layers of instrumentation. Me and my Jersey sister Jen DeSilvio, we produced this album together, and there's just so many layers of instrumentation that are like really wild, and like tucked into different pockets of the mix. And yeah, it's definitely the most sort of, I think, instrumentally dynamic record that I've made.
Hmm. Should we walk through it song by song? And you're
You're
just
just
gonna
gonna
tell
tell
me. Okay. Hang on, I got the track list here. Let's start with Party. So what's that about?
Party is I just wanted to let people know that this would be like a different type of record for me, that it's like I felt like over time I had to kind of give people when they would come to my shows like a very specific type of experience, like the most wild night out of their lives where they would like reconnect with an ex or just like fuck a hot stranger or have a threesome or meet the love of their life. And you know um being on the road is like so challenging and really hard, and just also navigating Lyme disease over the years. And so
Mm.
I felt like yeah, I felt like I had to give people a very specific type of experience, even like the best night of their lives, even if I was having like one of the worst of mine. And I just,
Mm.
yeah, I wanted to say like I can't throw that kind of party anymore. It's just like wearing it's not honoring like where I am currently at in my life. And so yeah, that record. was the first introduction to the
Mm.
what I wanted to open the story with, so people knew what would follow in the next 11 tracks.
I get that though, because like what you just said like builds up so much pressure inside also. Like it's so heavy on you. Like yeah.
No, and it's just like Fletcher is chaotic and she's wild and she's like gonna sign everybody's tits and like rip tequila shots and you know just be a mess, like be chaotic. And um like even if I was just like exhausted, I felt like I
Mm.
had to give people, because they only come out, they get to see me once. And I'm like, if I don't, you know, give them their money's worth, like what am I worth? Um,
Mm.
yeah, and that puts on like quite a pressure.
Yeah.
Sure,
Get
yeah.
that. Let's talk about how everyone please leave.
Um, Everyone Leave Please is about my relationship with the music industry. It is just, yeah, kind of captures all of my questions and my fears and insecurity and my rejection of it and my desire for it. And it's like kind of everything happening at once. And um, I, and when you're also, it's just wanting to get quiet enough to like, when there's so much opinion and dissection and projection and expectation coming from all angles, of at you from kind of every direction. It's just a song that's like, oh my God, like I need to hear myself for a second. Like I can't even hear where or who or what that is. So just kind of wanting to drown out the sound to hear myself is I
Mm.
Leave Please.
Let's talk about Don't Tempt Me. What's that about?
It is like a personification of my relationship again to the music industry and being like, should I stay? Should I go? Like, should I leave? It is like this back and forth. And just being I wrote that song at my like lowest low. I was like, it's like that moment when you're just laying on the floor of a hotel room and you're just like, I don't know what or who, if anything is out there, like if anything or anyone can hear me, but like help me. Like I don't know where to go. I don't know. And that feeling of just when you're on a stage and it's like the highest high of your entire life, and then you get off that stage and it's like you go into these like you're in a hotel room by yourself, and it is just this juxtaposition that like makes no sense to your physical body. Um and so yeah, it's just what this being in a situation, a job, a career, whatever it is for you, but like, should I stay or should I go? Don't tempt me, I'll stay. Like, don't tempt me, I'll also leave.
Mm.
And being caught somewhere in the middle and not being sure, like, yeah, how to trust yourself to make the right decision.
Heavy.
Yes,
Um,
this album, this album's like heavy. Depression, depression, depression.
all right. Let's talk about the arsonist.
I mean, I feel like the chorus really describes like, I'll take the blame for the gasoline. I was the bitch who burned everything over and over. I'm tired. I guess the arsonist ran out of fire. Now that I'm older, I can't afford to blow up my life every time I get bored. I'm passing the torch. Yeah, I'm tired. I guess the arsonist ran out of fire. Like, it's like I feel like I was just going around and setting flames and fires to everything in my life. Um, for like the sake of like art to feel something. Maybe it's like the Pisces or like the Gemini moon in me, but um yeah, just I was setting a lot of fires, and I just am at a point in my life where I don't want to set fires anymore. Like I want to feel um I want to like stay somewhere long enough to truly experience something, to like experience love, to experience myself, um and just not wanting to, yeah, like light fires wherever I go anymore.
She's a firefighter now.
I'm putting out my own fires.
Right, right. Okay,
Rebuilding.
let's talk about boy. Is there anything you would like to say?
um Ooh, this song's been a journey. um this record, you know, I I wanted it to come at the beginning of my album um campaign, and because I really didn't want there to be any separation between me and the fans and what I was like currently experiencing, or for there to be a veil between me and like the truth of what, you know, I was experiencing in my life. And I thought about, I'm like, I could put this in the track list, and I knew that I just wanted it to be in the forefront and in the open. And it is just, yeah, it is like a song that I don't see outside of my queer journey and my queer experience. It was me, you know, just discovering and learning like a new layer of my capacity to love, um,
Mm.
in a different way than I've loved over the last 10 years of my life. Um, and so, yeah, the song was really personally important to me. And I think it received all sorts of, you know, opinion and feedback and all things via the internet. But yeah, the song was like much like every song of mine that has been about my queer journey and my queer experience and learning about myself through the lens of love. This is just like another piece of that.
Mm. We got chaos, we got distance, we got good girl, gone girl of the all of the women. Congratulations, what you still love me. Is there any song like you would love to like share a little insight?
Well, chaos is just chaos is, you know, I feel like I just became so, you know, connected to the word chaos, and like all I would have songs about, you know, healing, or a song called For Carrie that was on one like my album Girl of My Dreams, and Antidote, and I would have these songs that were these like softer, more tender parts of me, and people wouldn't gravitate towards those. It would be just the songs that were just dramatic and chaotic, and I felt like those were the only parts, that those were the songs that would like commercially do well, that my label was excited about because they were streaming. And it's, you just receive this messaging like from the world that it's like, okay, well, this is what people want from you. And so um yeah, I just wanted to put, I want to be known, even by, if it's by myself, for more things than just being chaotic.
Mm.
um and then All the Women is just a song that's like celebrating all of the women, every version of me I love and I am so proud of, and so proud of my journey. And so every version of me is like a bad bitch, even
Period.
even if I'm like on my album and I'm like standing in some flowers, it's just because your girl's trying to like regulate her nervous system right now. And there's science to standing in the grass and what it does for you.
Is there?
Yeah. Oh my God. If you go stand for like 20 minutes a day with in the grass with your shoes off, there's so much that it does for regulating, helping regulate your nervous system.
Trying that.
Give it a go. You put baby's feet in the
Will
grass.
do. Will do.
But yeah, just loving and celebrating. And that's ultimately what this record is by, it starts, you know, with a question of like, would you still love me if you really knew me, is a question for everybody else looking at me, is how it started. And where it ends is just, it's actually the mirror reflection. And the record ends with, would I still love me? You know, if
Mm.
all of this was taken away and I was taken off the pedestal, and, you know, if, you know, I couldn't do this anymore, if I couldn't do this, yeah, if I couldn't be in this, in like the world that I've like been in of just the music industry, like if I couldn't do it anymore, would I still love me? Um, and so that the record is just ultimately like a question that started for everybody else. But by the end of it, by the time I finished writing it, was like, oh, this has been a question for myself the whole time of like, would I still love me? So yeah, the record will take you on a journey, or it won't, and you don't have to hop on the ride.
I want to touch on the queerness aspect also, maybe a little. What would you like to be seen and heard as? Like, especially with that album? Because I know that there's been quite a discourse, and I don't want to make you uncomfortable in any type of way. Like, this is a safe space, but like, yeah, what would you like to be heard or seen as?
I just, I mean, I till the day that I die am a queer woman and I am a queer person, and I have dedicated an entire career around traveling the world to create safe spaces for people to come and show up and authentically be themselves and express themselves in any given moment, like however they are experiencing life in this moment, through their emotions, through their, journey with their sexuality, with their identity. Um, and so I've always goes kind of back to the practice what you preach of just, if I've always expressed that people can show up as themselves in any given moment and that there's no right or wrong time to do or to be that, um, then that means I get to, I've always shown up as that. And I just am doing that again now. Um, and I'm a queer woman always and forever. And yeah, that's never, no matter who I'm in a relationship with or who I'm dating or who I'm kissing, I'll always be queer. So people can say whatever they want to say or comment on, you know, on my queerness, but like I'm a queer woman. So that's just, yeah, that'll never change. And it's a lens that I view my life through. Like every person I'm in a relationship with is dating a queer person. And so I bring the perspective, and it's what I look, it's just brought such an openness and such a curiosity. Um, yeah. And for some people, their sexuality like evolves or it shifts or it looks different at different times of their life. And other people, it doesn't at all. And I think however you get to experience your queerness is like such a fucking gift. Like mine is such a gift that I'm so grateful for. And yeah, that's my walk to walk, just like it's everybody's walk to walk on their own.
Preach Queen. I have one last question for you, if you're down, because your album is called Would You Still Love Me If You Really Knew Me? Would you still like me if you really knew me? I feel like I'm gonna get naked. Like, I'm gonna send you my co-star chart, and you're just gonna tell me what it means, okay? If you're down.
Okay. Tell me. I'm not like amazing at astrology. I just like love it and I love my own chart. But
I thought you were like so into it.
I'm so into it, but I'm not
Okay.
an astrologer by any means.
My ascendant is Virgo.
Your ascendant or your rising sign is how people experience you. So people experience you when they meet you, you give off Virgo energy. Virgo is very they're very organized. Virgo is very like loves a schedule, loves a calendar. Um like a bit type A, I would say Virgo is.
Okay.
Also,
I'm
anyone
the
can
most
correct me.
chaotic queen ever. I feel like this is so wrong by now, but I got Libra sun. My sun is Libra.
Libra sun, like that's your sort of like personality. Libra is like you're
Uh-huh.
really easy to talk to, very social. You kind of see both sides of the equation. People feel comfortable, like you're a social being and you just like bring a lot of a lot of light to the space.
We try. We try our best.
Libras are
Okay.
beautiful, by the way. Libras are like very beautiful. So,
Thank you. Um, last one. My moon is Aquarius.
oh wow. Oh, she needs her distance. She needs her space. Your moon is your emotion. So, Aquarius
Mm.
moon is very like Aquarius is a sign that very much thinks about like the world and like the collective and like humanity. And so probably a lot of your deep internal world is kind of maybe existential at times. Like you may be in an existential crisis like a good bit of the time. But yeah, needs like distance, needs space, is kind of like can have a tendency to be like a lone wolf energy.
Yeah, right. But I'm also codependent bitch. Like,
Okay, well, Libra is like is Libra is very
exactly.
about relationships. So that's, and there's so many other parts of your chart that matter. Your Mars, your Mercury, your Chiron, your North Node, your South Node, your
I got so much in Scorpio also, and I feel like Scorpio is the most hated of the
the
zodiac,
explains
isn't
some
it?
that explains a little chaos.
Yeah.
Yeah, some
Yeah.
emotional chaos.
Right. But hey, thank you so much. Not also for the not only for the reading, but like for taking me and everybody who may listen or watch into your world, and also for sharing your truth with the record. I thought it was really beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you so much. That means a lot.
Oh, you know what? Last question though. With the new album, does that mean you're gonna tour eventually and gonna stop by here in Berlin?
I will definitely be back in Berlin at some point.
Cool.
Yeah, my last name was once Fleischhauer, so I am
Right.
I actually just watched a clip back from one of our old interviews, and you're like, I'm going to see life herself. But yeah, I love me my Germans.
We love you. All right, Queen.
Thanks, Queen.
Take care.
M.